Why are we here? Legit. Alien Covenant. The movie. Wasted potential. Yeah. Sad part is, like, no matter how dumb the scientists in Prometheus were, like, you really set up a good fucking sequel. Alien Covenant, man. Could have been the fucking shit. See, Alien 1 might sound blasphemous. But it's good. Better than Prometheus. It's a good movie. I like the effects. I like the paintings for the backgrounds. I forget what they're called. It's just, I like it. I like it. It's a good movie. But I feel like I got more out of Prometheus. I really do. Like the story of finding out where humans came from and essentially figuring out that you know, we were a mistake in their eyes made by the engineers, like a military group, and you know, we killed Jesus and Jesus was an engineer in the alien universe. A lot of things about religion in the movie and, you know, shit like that. Creation. Then we're going to Engineer Planet. We could have went to the Engineer Planet and David could have been the one that made the aliens. That would have been fucking dope. You lost your way. You lost your way. And I don't know who's to blame. I don't know if Ridley Scott was on the writing team because the music's good in the movie. But the way the movie looks, the cinematography is fucking great. Michael Fassbender knocks it out of the park as usual, you know. I think the movie has like 6 writers on it. I have the Blu-ray, but I don't know why. I only buy movies I really like, and I didn't see Alien Covenant in theaters, so I bought it when it got on Blu-ray. And the scene that David stands up and the alien comes out of the guy's fucking rib cage and it stands up and it like that's like probably the best scene in the movie. But since when the fuck did the aliens come out full grown? And you would think the aliens would get better over time, being like the ultimate killing machine. But if Alien the movie is like in the future, like these can't be part of the same universes because it has to come out in the fetal stage. Because that's what already been set up. And if you're making a prequel, you gotta follow the rules, man. You gotta. I really like. I think I like Prometheus a little too much. I don't know what it is. I personally am an atheist, but like when things talk about God and shit like that, I love it. Cause when I was a kid, I was religious, so it like, ooh wee, I like shit insight like that. Like I'm making a comic on, on the side because I work full time, but creation and all that stuff, and Alien just had everything going for it. Prometheus, I think, was a good we were heading in the right direction. Like Alien and Aliens were good movies, but I don't think what Aliens did was true to the alien. Like, why didn't fuck's his name? Terminator, Avatar. I know his name. I'm just drawing a blank right now. It's like, let's take this one alien and just like make a shit ton of them. Usually people get mad at shit like that in a sequel, but they didn't care on Aliens. Because you got Marines, man. Colonial Marines. And they still had a fucking problem. And Aliens 3. I went back and watched it. Aliens 3 is not that bad. It's fucking weird, but considering all the shit that went down behind the scenes, the movie's not that fucking bad. Like, I heard stories about Alien 3. I remember seeing Alien 3 when I was a kid. It's just, I don't know what it is about it. It has that 90s movie feel. Slow, very slow. Things are paced oddly. But if anything, they went back to what the original did and, have a small claustrophobic area, even though the area didn't feel as lived in as Alien 1. One of the early drafts for the film was they're going to have a planet made out of wood or something, and there was going to be monks there, and then a prison planet is what we got. And I don't know, I don't know if there's any... There has to be, establishing shots of the prison. There has to be. But I don't really remember knowing what the prison looked like on the outside. And in the inside, we didn't have, long corridor stretches besides the basement, I guess you could say. But, that movie gets a lot of shit. It's a very brown movie. It has a brown, red Mars color palette. It's odd. But it doesn't, make the movie worse. If anything, the first movie has a green, pastel, very grungy, mechanical feel, and the second one kind of has a gray steel, more of I would say more of a drier color palette than maybe the first one or the third one. But Aliens Resurrection, that's where everything falls off. I think Joss Whedon wrote it, and I think it was a French director that directed it. I heard it was no bueno. Okay. I heard it was no bueno. And then I watched it, and it was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Aliens die like nobody's business. There were some good ideas in there, but maybe not for the Alien franchise. There's only so far it can go. Look at the Predator franchise right now. You just take the original concept and you just need to know when it should die, when a franchise should end, and maybe just kind of fade away into the back, and instead of being a money-making franchise, it can be a legendary franchise that here and there you release things for, and give out some fanfare every now and then, like in a Ready Player One movie. but just leave it alone. Like with Prometheus, I feel like that was the right path to go. Did it have to be a fucking prequel? Not really. You know? Like there was pictures of aliens on the walls and shit, and it's like we could have just had that take place after everything, you know? But we didn't, because they want to show how the alien was made, the xenomorph, which I always thought the xenomorph was made. I thought the xenomorph was made by the engineer, or by the queen, or they were just an alien race. They were never created, but if they were created, okay, they're created by the engineers. No, they're created by David. Still interesting concept. But then you instead of making the movie about David, you put these, like, I guess you can call them colonists in the front of as the main characters of Alien Covenant, and then you don't give them any backstory. You don't give them any character development. You just don't fucking care. And then, besides the like body dysmorphia we get from the movie, that we get from the characters, like we don't. Why do I care when they die? Like, yeah, that fucking effect looked brutal when that fucking xenomorph came out of that fucking one dude's mouth and the other one came out the back. Yeah, that's fucking dope, but besides that like the scenes that you can just go on YouTube and watch, type in Alien Covenant, all scenes with aliens in it, all scenes with xenomorphs in it. Like, besides that, that's about as much enjoyment you'll get from the movie. And then you got Michael Fassbender acting his ass off over here. The movie should have just been about him. Like, how cool will it have been if we leave Prometheus and instead of part 2 being called Alien Covenant, it could be called The Engineer, or, you know, something. But, you know, they tried too many things, I think. They tried to make an Alien movie and a Prometheus movie, and nobody won. Nobody got what they wanted. It was a very confusing time. And I wanted to see the Engineer Planet so bad, but it's like Fox fucking... You know that scene where David just, like, obliterates the Engineer Planet with the black goo? I feel like Fox took that to, like, the original idea or the script and was just like, bomb, 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 give us Aliens. And Aliens was never that bankable of a franchise. Like, yeah, it's huge, but, like, we're sci-fi fans, you know? Sci-fi fans, maybe slasher fans, creature features. I love creature features. Those kind of fans. And the movies are rated R, so you're not going to see the bank you want, you know? Like, take a small budget, as Ridley Scott usually does. Take a small budget, make a beautiful movie. And it came so close. It felt like those old Universal monster movies. Like, David's held up, this robot is held up, mad scientist held up in this dark castle, you know. And it felt like that. But, like, we needed more from the colonist characters. I don't think anybody should have died. I think it should have been a slow progression. They got there, they explore, everything's fine. Like, the fucking second they got there, shit went down. Like, the movie was on fast forward like nobody's business. Poor Danny McBride. He got to be in a serious movie, and he fucking killed it. And of course, the movie doesn't do too good. So Danny McBride had a chance to fucking break out of this mold that he's in, you know. He gets typecasted a lot. Gets in a movie, kills it as Tennessee. T, they call him T, you know, because we have to have people named after states. I think somebody in the first one was named, like, Texas or something, I don't know. I haven't really watched Alien 1 that many times, because I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid. So, the first one I really don't know that well. Prometheus and Aliens is really where I came in. And after I saw the first one, I was kind of upset at Aliens. Like, wow, no wonder everybody thinks these movies are about explosions and shooting. But I think Aliens could have been, like, maybe part 3. Or maybe they should have just let it go after that, because, like, the odds were so fucking impossible in that movie. James Cameron. There you go, the director for Aliens. But yeah, I don't know, I just randomly wanted to, like, talk about Prometheus. It just bothers me that it gets a really bad rep, and it's not a perfect movie. If I had to rate Alien Covenant, I'd give it maybe a 5 or a 4, and I'd give Prometheus a 6. It's just that I'm a fan, and I wish it was handled better. And I love Shaw. Like I wanted to see more of her. Like nope, she's dead. Spoiler alert, she's fucking dead. And now we're just moving on. Supposedly we're getting 2 prequels to Alien Covenant, which doesn't make sense. Like I don't understand. Um, Maybe they should just stop. I'm such a fan of Prometheus that if I really want more of that, I could just rewatch that and maybe look for movies that compare really good to that. Um, I think as audience people or consumers, we should maybe stop asking for things because that's why that things are getting ruined because we're asking for it and you know. So I don't know. I just wanted to say that Alien Covenant could have been so much more. You really could have.